Tonight, a woman charged with first-degree murder in the death of her mother.
We don't believe there's anyone else involved in this, but we still have to continue collecting evidence.
The Lansdowne, Ontario victim is a retired professor who worked at Carleton University. A new deal between the Premier and the Prime Minister.
And under the agreement, Canada and Ontario will have a streamlined and flexible assessment process.
Who were on the same page on most things today. And are you making tough choices as you make the rounds at the malls?
Things are expensive. Yeah. You know, things are probably overpriced.
The pre-Christmas shopping surge not all of us can afford. Good evening. We begin with a tragic story out of Eastern Ontario. Police are investigating a homicide, a daughter charged with the murder of her own mother. CTV's Katie Griffin joins us live in studio with the latest. Katie.
Patricia, police say officers were asked by a concerned community member to do a wellness check on a woman in Lansdowne earlier this week. When they arrived at the home, they found her dead. We now know the victim was a well-known retired professor from Carleton University. Officers were called to the home on County Road 2 in Leeds in the Thousand Islands Township, about an hour and a half from downtown Ottawa. Police have identified the victim as 78-year-old Catherine Graham of Leeds in the Thousand Islands Township. Her daughter, who has the same name, 43-year-old Catherine Graham, is charged with first-degree murder. The victim works for years at Carleton in the School of Public Policy and Administration. Her research focusing on local governance and Indigenous and Northern policy. She's also been recognized for her volunteer work in the Thousand Islands area. Here's more from police.
We don't believe there's anyone else involved in this, but we still have to continue collecting evidence and talking to witnesses. And as part of that, if anyone does have any information that could shed light on what took place prior to the killing, we want to hear from them.
In a statement, Carleton writes, Graham was a distinguished scholar, leader, and public servant whose career profoundly shaped the fields of public policy, local governance, community development, and Indigenous policy in Canada. Police say they can't speculate on motive. The victim's daughter remains in custody. She was arrested and charged yesterday, the day after her mother's body was discovered. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Leeds County OPP. Patricia.
CTV's Katie Griffin live for us tonight. Thank you. And we do have extended coverage of that homicide investigation. As we learn more, those stories will appear online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Ontario's Premier and the feds are striking a deal that will help the province move projects along more quickly. The Premier in the nation's capital this morning to make that announcement. CTV's Natalie Van Roy is here live with the details. Natalie.
Patricia, the Premier was in Ottawa to attend a First Minister's meeting in person, but before any of that took place, we learned he was also here to sign a memorandum of understanding. Now, it's a promise to cooperate on environment and impact assessments by removing red tape. And from what the Prime Minister and Premier have said, this deal means a cooperative effort to streamline the construction process of major projects. For example, if the province has already done its due diligence on an environmental assessment, the federal government won't bother doing one of its own, so some may suggest it takes away federal oversight, but many argue it removes the redundancy. Now, here's how the Prime Minister describes it.
This agreement will speed up project approval timelines by introducing a new one project, one review approach. And under the agreement, Canada and Ontario will have a streamlined and flexible assessment process that will make approvals more efficient, delivering major projects faster while maintaining both federal and provincial standards.
Nowhere will the impact of this deal will be felt more immediately than in the development of the Ring of Fire.
Premier Ford says today's agreement is the last step in the plan to begin construction at the Ring of Fire this June. That project is a massive undertaking to create roads leading to new mining opportunities, and the deal also includes an agreement between both levels of government that a review of the assessment of the roads to the Ring of Fire will be completed no later than June 2026. Now, this could be considered a big win for the Premier. His government is suggesting the Ring of Fire project alone could add $22 billion to the economy. Patricia.
CTV's Natalie Van Roy live for us tonight. And while the Premier and Prime Minister appear to be on the same page on major projects when it comes to Ontario's anti-tariff ad featuring Ronald Reagan, well, that still is a different story.
Well, number one, that was the best ad that's ever been run, 12.4 billion views. We wanted to bring it to the attention of the American people. And be very frank, it was President Trump. If he didn't comment on it, rather than 12.4 billion views, it might be 12.4 people viewing it.
Carney making some faces when Doug Ford was asked about the ad today. The ad angered President Trump, and he cut off trade talks with Canada after it aired. Ontario did pull the ad after calls from the Prime Minister to do so. Well, whether you see Christmas shopping as a chore or reason to cheer, with 1 week to go until Christmas, many are simply finding it tougher to get the job done and stay on budget. Difficult choices when it comes to gifts and celebrations, with affordability a bigger factor than ever. CTV's Dave Charbonneau has more.
For Chino Izaguirre, holiday shopping comes with a reality check.
Things are expensive. Yeah. You know, things are probably overpriced.
He still has a few items left to buy, knowing it won't be cheap.
I just know to save up around this time, and then I know it's going to be a little dent in the wallet, but hey, it's Christmas. Christmas is always expensive.
But some shoppers are way ahead of the game, done weeks early and shopping sales.
I mean, I sort of pick up things throughout the year, and we don't lose our minds at Christmas time.
The way some people shop is changing as they look for savings.
I was shopping online at first, and now I was like, okay, it's going to be cheaper to come and get it in person than doing it online. So found the stores, saw that they had them available here at Bayshore, and was like, okay, let me come and do some quick shopping.
Experts say the in-person experience still matters.
The in-store experience is still important because it's allowing the shopper to see the variety of available merchandise there in the store that's well curated, available, and discounted.
The Retail Council of Canada says this year, the average Canadian adult plans to spend just under $1,000 on holiday gifts.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I mean, you try to buy on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, but it still doesn't cut it.
There are plenty of sales this holiday season, but some say the discounts aren't deep enough.
The cost is crazy, particularly because I have a 15-year-old daughter. So, you know, the things that she's asking for are like $100 a pop.
What do you do to try to save money?
This time of year?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't.
And though some of the sweetest traditions still come with a price tag, for Mom, it's worth it.
It is a Christmas tradition and one of her favorite treats. So it's something that we always like to get her, and she loves the little Lindt chocolate balls.
Dave Charbonneau, CTV News.
Still ahead, it's a tried and true recipe for a second chance at life. The latest graduates from the Ottawa Mission's very successful food services training program. That story is coming up. Well, here's a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam. We are on the plus side again tonight. 2 degrees out there right now, and it certainly has been pleasant over these last couple of days. But Jackie, we do have some kind of miserable stuff coming up to be thinking about.
That's right, Patricia. Take a look at this radar right now. This what's happening over to the west of us, the rainfall making its way here to eastern Ontario, and it has prompted several warnings and watches in place. We've got a rainfall warning where parts of the region could see 20 to 30 millimeters of rainfall. We've got a wind warning up to 90 kilometers per hour. Here in Ontario specifically, we're looking at a weather statement. So 10 to 20 millimeters of rain with wind gusts from 60 to 80 kilometers. And where it's tricky is that we're going to start off with these really mild temperatures tomorrow, getting to daytime high about 8 degrees, and that's early in the morning. And then temperatures are going to rapidly drop, that by the afternoon we're going to be hitting the freezing mark, and that could be making for slippery conditions on the road. So if you are traveling for the holidays starting tomorrow night, make sure to keep these conditions in mind. Right now, though, temperatures across the region sitting between 2 and 6 degrees. We'll have a closer look at your long-term forecast in just a bit, but for now we'll take it to you, Patricia.
Thank you, Jackie. Well, the Kingston doctor ordered to repay the Ontario government hundreds of thousands of dollars will have her case reviewed. Dr. Elaine Ma took her fight to court after she was asked to give back the $600,000 she charged OHIP during the pandemic. Dr. Ma billed the province for drive-through vaccine clinics that she was running. She mobilized other physicians and medical students to help administer the vaccine, but the Ministry of Health came back and said it was an improper use of billing. Dr. Ma is disputing that claim, and the court has now agreed to a judicial review. The ruling, written by Justice Wendy Matheson, says it was unreasonable for the Health Services Appeal and Review Board to state there were not extenuating circumstances during the pandemic. The case has been referred back to the board to determine the amount Dr. Ma should reimburse OHIP. A woman is in hospital with serious injuries after she was struck by a vehicle in Vanier this morning, and police say the driver fled the scene. The collision happened on MacArthur Avenue between La Fontaine and La Casse Avenues just before 10 o'clock. Police say the woman was walking on the sidewalk when she was struck by a red Dodge minivan that did not remain at the scene. She was brought to hospital in critical but stable condition. Anyone who witnessed that collision or who may have dash cam footage is asked to contact Ottawa Police. A familiar face in Ottawa retail is stepping away after decades as a trusted source for kids' footwear. The Kiddie Kobbler location on Saint Laurent Boulevard has operated in that same spot for more than 20 years, and before that, across the street at Saint Laurent Shopping Centre. CTV's Tyler Fleming joins us live in studio with the details on this closure. Tyler.
Yeah, Patricia, after nearly 45 years, Rob, the Shoeman Kranzberg, is retiring, and with no buyers, the Kiddie Kobbler will likely leave with him.
Used to like your dinosaur shoes when you were small.
That was then. Today, all grown up. Talabrand Barry and family remain loyal customers of Kiddie Kobbler on Saint Laurent Boulevard.
I love coming here. We've been coming for 22 years. All of the kids and my husband and I, we all buy our shoes here.
What do you think about that?
At its soul, Rob, the Shoeman Kranzberg, who started as a part-timer.
First day on the job was miserable.
But helping kids to walk got him running towards ownership.
Made a proposal to the owner as a teenage kid. Begged, borrowed, and stole anything I could to try and put a deposit down on the business.
Ever since, he's been selling quality footwear, including a custom-crafted line of kids' orthotics.
Something like this really does benefit a child, and it makes me very proud to know that I had a hand in this. It's been fantastic. We have such support from the community.
Now it's time to lace up for retirement.
I want to start all the things I've said no to for the past decades because work was always a priority. Work has been my first love, my main love. There's nobody that's come up and wanted to buy it, which again surprises me. So sometime in the spring, I'm hoping maybe by the end of March, be able to move out.
Dandanovsky has worked here close to a quarter century.
It didn't feel like a job, so I always had a ton of fun every day when I came to work.
Rob, he became family. He deserves it 100%, but still sad.
Joan here is wearing what we were very often referred to as the Shoeman. I'm known for wearing my two different shoes, and Joan is the beneficiary of the opposite feet.
While Kranzberg knows it's time, like his shoes, there are mixed emotions.
I want to tell everybody in the city of Ottawa how much I appreciate, and I tell them often when they're in the store that I love them like family. They've just been the most wonderful, given me the most wonderful experience. I couldn't have asked for a better career than this one, thanks to all the customers that come in and all the children that are so happy to be here.
Operations will wind down come March, and the plan is to close after that as the Shoeman laces up for his next adventure. Patricia.
Big shoes to fill indeed. All right, CTV's Tyler Fleming reporting live for us tonight. Thank you. And you can scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen to link to us online or visit ctvnewsottawa.ca. We have more details on the planned closure of that Kiddie Kobbler location on Saint Laurent. A former Conservative MP, Michael Ma, is speaking out about his decision to cross the floor and explaining why he attended the Conservative Christmas party just one day before joining the Liberals.
The night I attended the Conservative Party, I was truly a Conservative member and an MP. I have not made a decision at that point.
In an interview on CP24 Breakfast, Ma said he only made the decision after meeting with Prime Minister Carney the day the announcement was made. He says Carney's approach aligns with his. He became the second Conservative to cross the floor to the Liberals in just a matter of weeks, meaning Mark Carney's government is now just one seat shy from a majority. Well, just days before Christmas, blizzard-like conditions are disrupting travel across the prairies.
What's it like today? It's freezing. The ice is like a sandstorm, but with crystals of snow.
The snow led to the closure of multiple highways and schools in southern Manitoba, and yesterday it led to the temporary suspension of all flights at the Calgary airport. The storm also caused a massive pileup on an Alberta highway yesterday. It involved between 80 and 100 vehicles. This happened outside of Calgary as heavy snow and strong winds created near whiteout conditions. Police were urging drivers to stay off all roads because there was zero visibility.
Oh, it's awesome. It is fantastic.
Well, coming up, it's graduation day at the Ottawa Mission. We meet some of the people who just completed the food services training program. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Patricia. You may not need the umbrella later this evening, but overnight we're going to start to see that rain moving in. 5 to 10 is anticipated. 4 degrees the overnight low. Pretty mild considering we are in December. Tomorrow we are getting to a daytime high of 7, but keep in mind temperatures are going to start dropping with the rain changing to flurries by late Friday evening. So here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam right now. No rain in sight. Still dry conditions out there. 2 degrees in the capital. And this is a wonderful look at the National Gallery of Canada glowing with holiday lights.
Walmart Canada is so proud to support Troy Mountain. This is the season for giving, and every child deserves to have a great holiday. Bring a new unwrapped Troy or donate at troymountain.ca. Walmart and Troy Mountain, helping families this holiday season.
Today's snow report brought to you by Mont Cascade, only 20 minutes from Ottawa.
And here are today's snow conditions. Because of the rain, you're going to see most of the ski hills closed tomorrow, but Mont Cascade will be up and running again for business on Saturday, as will most of the ski hills opening in our area that have not been open already. Calabogie will open on the 20th, and Vorlage will also open on Saturday. Camp Fortune was open through the day today with 2 lifts available and 3 runs operational. And Edelweiss has some night skiing still going, 2 lifts and 6 runs there.
Luke here at Mont Cascade. I'm standing here in front of our brand new state-of-the-art ski lodge, conveniently relocated to enhance your family's experience. What are you waiting for? Come and check it out.
Well, the Ottawa Mission is more than a place to sleep or to have a meal. For many, it is a chance at a fresh start. And today, more than 30 graduates completed the food services training program, and most already have a job lined up. Here's CTV's Peter Sperling.
The start of a new chapter.
Oh, it's awesome. It is fantastic.
Ash Perry, graduating from the Ottawa Mission's Food Services Training Program.
Being able to do something like this, it's an absolute blessing.
He's one of 32 students celebrating. And after learning the skills required to work in a commercial kitchen, he's already found work at a downtown restaurant.
All because of this.
It's a complete turnaround from where his life was last year.
Things got pretty dark for me, and I was heavily into drugs, and I had lost everything. And through programs like Jericho Road, the Ottawa Mission, a family that was very supportive, I was able to do the work and get myself back out of that.
Each graduate here with a different story, making a change.
I think they all surprised me a bit because I meet them on the first day, and then up until the last day, the changes they've made in their lives, the choices they've made, they've just done wonderful.
The program started more than 20 years ago. The mission says around 90% of grads find employment in the food service industry.
It's a big piece of how we do things differently here at the Mission, that when you come in the blue doors for a meal or perhaps for a bed, we hope to put you on a course where you can get help.
Joseph Park with a dream of becoming a chef.
I tried to apply to a restaurant for a job and nobody was hitting me back, no one was responding to me. And then I tried to look at maybe I could go to culinary school, but that's really expensive and unaffordable.
Now he's one step closer.
It's definitely kind of helped put me on the path to kind of achieving those goals.
New goals and opportunities for these grads.
If my story would help one person find a way out of where I was a year ago, then it's worth sharing. It's definitely worth sharing.
Peter Sperling, CTV News.
Amazing. Congratulations to all of them. Well, with just 1 week to go until Christmas, a lot of the snow out there is melting. There's now a special weather statement in effect for our region calling for rain and gusty winds. We've been guaranteed a white Christmas, but we're seeing some of it disappear right when we want it to be beautiful and white, and we've got rain in the forecast
and
instead,
washing
Jackie.
Away. And the funny thing is I had to do a double check. The first official day of winter is Sunday, so we're not even in winter officially yet. But the good news is that we are expecting snow on Sunday, so we'll keep an eye out on this. Right now, temperatures sitting at, 2 degrees above seasonal. We saw a daytime high of 4, and I had to do a double take because we are actually going to get warmer into the overnight hours. So we are getting back up to 4 degrees overnight, 5 along the Seaway, even 7 in Kingston, where we are getting warmer winds moving through. But with this will come more rainfall on the way. Tomorrow's daytime highs, we're going to be about 7, 10 degrees for some parts of the region, but with it will also come that mix of the rain, putting in the snow as well, because we are going to get colder winds coming through, as well as the chance of flurries. So things are going to be dropping as we get to our Friday evening. So we did prompt a rainfall warning for parts of Brockville, 20 to 30 millimeters of rainfall. A wind warning also in effect with strong winds up to 90 kilometers per hour. Here in Ottawa, we are seeing between 10 to 20 millimeters. Wind gusts also very strong. So if you are planning on when should I travel for this holiday season, if it is starting this weekend, maybe you want to wait until Saturday, because this is what it's going to look like Friday, waking up in the morning. And as they head out the door, you definitely want that rain jacket, the umbrella, even your rain boots. It's going to really pick up, especially by the midday. And then things are going to start to, as the temperatures start to drop, we are going to see more flurries moving in. So it's going to be slippery, mushy, even a little bit of that icy condition as we look through our roads for the evening. Now across the country, temperatures are still pretty warm in Atlantic Canada, 3 degrees in Fredericton and Halifax with some clear skies. We've got Sudbury about 3 degrees as well, -9 in Thunder Bay, but still warm at 8 degrees in Windsor. Then our friends in the Prairie, yeah, we saw those temperatures. We saw the conditions they have. -21 is what it's happening in Regina, Saskatoon, Winnipeg as well. Slightly warm in Calgary at -3. Now taking a look at our 7-day forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business. We are getting that daytime high again for Friday, 7 degrees, warm, but then that's the end of it. When we talk about temperatures above the freezing mark, -11 going into our Saturday with a daytime high of about -4. The chance of flurries will return for Saturday, but the greatest chance for snow will be on Sunday, the first official day of winter, where we'll see much more favorable conditions, -2 with a daytime high.
A little bit of everything as we make our way back to those winter conditions.
It'll be messy.
All right. We'll get through it. Thank you, Jackie. Well, just ahead, we look ahead to one of the new laws coming into effect in 2026 that could change Ontario's job market.
Tonight, sophisticated scams draining entire life savings.
I don't have no retirement saving. Everything is gone.
How AI is luring Canadians into a costly cryptocurrency scheme. Later on CTV National News, and watch on Crave after the NFL game.
CTV News community and weather anchor Jackie Perez. Weeknights.
Plaster Orleans is proud to support Toy Mountain this year. Please donate a new unwrapped toy at any one of the locations across the city, including the one right here at Plaster Orleans. Plaster Orleans and Toy Mountain, helping families this holiday season.
Now, some other stories you need to know right now as we look ahead to the new year. A number of new laws and rules are set to take effect, including one here in Ontario around pay transparency. Starting January 1st, employers with more than 25 people on their payroll must post compensation ranges in all their publicly advertised job postings. The range can't have a gap bigger than $50,000 unless the pay range exceeds $200,000. Employers will also be required to disclose the use of artificial intelligence in the hiring process. Ontario Provincial Police are reminding drivers that a cat does not count as an extra passenger. Officers stopped a woman driving alone in the HOV lane on Highway 417 near Terry Fox Drive. OPP say she mistakenly believed that because she had her cat with her, she was allowed to use the HOV lane. She received a $110 fine and 3 demerit points.
We see firsthand our officers are dealing with members in the community who are struggling, either financially or with homelessness, and this provides women some dignity and an ability to look after themselves.
The Ottawa Police Service's annual purse project has wrapped up, delivering more than 400 purses to women's shelters across the city. Each purse is filled with toiletries and feminine hygiene products. This marks the 10th year of the project. Since 2015, thousands of purses have been filled and delivered to women living in local shelters.
Carpenter with 7 seconds left on the timer. Gets it to Bilka. Bilka to Gosling. They score!
The Ottawa Charge had another game on the road last night. The team in Seattle taking on the Torrent. But the tough start to their season continues as the Torrent showed dominance on the ice, beating the Charge 4-1.
Snappy pass finding Stutzla. He's in with Tkachuk. There's Tkachuk. He scores!
Well, the Sens will be looking to carry the momentum from Monday's overtime win into tonight's game. They are hosting the Pittsburgh Penguins at the CTC. Puck drop is 7 p.m. You can catch the game on TSN 5 and TSN 1200.
Jacques Martin came in and he brought structure, team play. But he was really ahead of his time and a great teacher. Thank you, Jacques. 96. Jacques Martin.
We will all get a chance to say thank you, Jacques, on January 24th. The coach who first took the Ottawa Senators to the playoffs back in 1997 and produced competitive teams consistently for years will be added to the Ring of Honor. His longtime captain and colleague Daniel Alfredson surprising him with the news in a video they were voicing together side by side. Jacques, who is 73, joked he was happy this was happening while he is still alive, before saying he has been privileged to coach outstanding players.
It's been several years, I think, since we've seen a bad flu season like this.
Well, coming up, everyone is set to start gathering for Christmas, but what do you do if you're sick? When should you stay home? Ottawa's top doctor shares some advice on how to stay healthy over the holidays.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Bowl.
The most important part of any journey is to arrive safely. Hi, I'm Patricia Bowl.
And I'm Stefan Keys from CTV. Distracted or impaired driving can have devastating consequences.
Hey, it's Ashley.
And Gord from Ottawa's Pure Country 94.
Always plan for a designated driver, and please keep your phone down.
Everyone can help keep communities safe.
Drive safe. Brought to you by the Ottawa Safety Council. For more information on road safety programs and services, visit ottawasafetycouncil.ca.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
The Bell Media building is lit up beautifully this year thanks to our friends at Christmas Decor from Nutrilon. 1 week till Christmas, families are thinking of ways to stay healthy and get together in a troubling flu season, which has health officials concerned. We learned this week 3 Ottawa area children have died from complications related to the flu. The rate of infection detected at CHEO 44 times higher than last year. Many children have stayed home sick from school. Parents will tell you a lot of those stories. Anecdotally, Dr. Trevor Arneson is Ottawa's Medical Officer of Health and is joining me now. So we've heard about this before, bad flu seasons, but this really scared a lot of people, I think, when public health and CHEO are coming out and saying, in fact, kids have died.
Yeah, it's been several years, I think, that since we've seen a bad flu season like this, and the speed of how this hit is really unprecedented in recent history. And so, unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of serious illness all at the same time. And unfortunately, although we do see pediatric deaths, we're seeing 3 in a very short period of time, which is unusual, but not totally unexpected with flu to have deaths.
Do we know if in those cases that the kids had other illness, there was other condition, or is it simply a very virulent strain of the flu?
So we don't have that information, but I think it's important for people to take the precautions necessary, no matter whether they have underlying conditions or not. That's why we have a universal flu vaccine program in Ontario. Anyone over the age of 6 months can be vaccinated. And unfortunately, anyone can get serious complications from flu, and anyone can pass away from flu complications.
We want to talk about those vaccinations, but just quickly on just how rampant it has been. And CHEO saying, you know, we need doctors to take on some urgent care cases, or people see your family doctor. I mean, how distressing is it when it gets busy like that at CHEO this early in the flu season?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that, you know, we do prepare for as a health system. Unfortunately, we don't like to see it all at the same time because it creates so many challenges. and that's why we heard the appeal go out. I think there's a lot of different pieces in the healthcare system that can help with this. I think we have, pharmacists are doing vaccinations. We at Public Health are also stepping up our vaccination efforts and our messaging, and primary care providers across the region are helping by seeing people with these symptoms and directing them what to do.
Well, let's talk about whether it's ever too late to get that vaccination, because as soon as that news went out, we heard from people who were trying to make an appointment and maybe were struggling for a few days because suddenly people who hadn't bothered to get the flu vaccine were thinking about it. Yeah, so it's definitely not too late, but the best time to get it would be immediately or right now. We're definitely seeing that that some people are able to get appointments very quickly at pharmacies or with primary care providers. Other people have run into challenges at individual places. Sometimes it's local supply issues where they just ran out of vaccine when someone comes in for an appointment or is trying to book an appointment. So it's important to try to different locations for pharmacies, because those are your primary location for most people. And also, if you're really having trouble, go to ottawapublichealth.ca, because we have a lot of information about where you can get your vaccine if you're having challenges. Okay, excellent. And just quickly on this is one more thing for parents and families, something to be stressed about. Into the holidays generally, it's a time to be thinking about your own mental health, someone else's mental health. So, I mean, we just want to remind people that, for a lot of us, Christmas is or the other holidays are a really happy time. We see family, but there's often people who are reminded of being alone or are not feeling well, or, as we talked about, there's respiratory illness going around. So just we're asking people to, check on others, people who might be isolated or a little bit lonely, see how they're doing, and small gestures can make a big difference at this time of year. Big thing at the holidays. Dr. Arneson, I hope you have a great holiday. Thanks so much for your time. Thank you very much. And we have more details on how to stay safe and healthy this holiday season and what you need to know about the flu this year in particular in the capital. There are more stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Well, just ahead, we'll share the latest inflation data out of the U.S. and why it is surprising economists.
This is your United Way Minute.
In rural communities, the services are not as many. People feel more isolated. The Mood Walk program combines all the benefits of nature, physical activity, mental health strategies, and the social connection.
I moved here during COVID, and I was very isolated. It was like a big step for me to actually make new friends. This late in life. At first, everybody was kind of all by themselves, and then by the end of the 4 weeks, we were all chatting back and forth and exchanging phone numbers and really getting to know one another.
The partnership with United Way allows us to offer a variety of programs for free.
Now, because of this, I've made connections. I've really made Hawkesbury my home.
Help those in our rural communities find mental health resources and community connections. Donate today at unitedwayeo.ca or call 613-228-6700.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
Last weekend before Christmas, time now to check in with our iHeartRadio Weekender, Tanea Taylor. Tanea.
Coming up tomorrow is CTV and Move 100's Toy Mountain campaign wrap up. Head to St. Laurent Shopping Center between 5 and 7 p.m. to join CTV and make any last-minute new unwrapped toy donations as we help build Toy Mountain for deserving kids in our community. If you have a gift to drop off before then, check toymountain.ca for the full list of drop-off locations near you. Next up today is the Ottawa Christmas Market. If you haven't visited Lansdowne yet this season, it's not too late. The market runs through New Year's Eve and includes loads of shopping opportunities from local vendors, plus live entertainment, holiday-themed drinks, and lots more like skating, holiday movies, and Santa's Village for the kids. Last on today's list, your Ottawa 67s are taking on the Peterborough Petes tomorrow night. This is a great chance to take a break from the holiday craziness, grab the fam or your friends, and cheer on your local hockey team. Always a great way to spend a Friday night at the arena at TD Place. As usual, lots more happening as we gear up for Christmas in the capital. For the full list and all the details, check ctvottawa.ca/weekenders. For the iHeartRadio Weekenders, my name's Tanea Taylor. Have a great one.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
U.S. inflation data was released today, and the numbers surprised economists. BNN Bloomberg's Marilla Fernandez has more.
Inflation in the U.S. cooled last month, the annual rate coming in at 2.7%. Economists had expected it to be 3.1%. October inflation data wasn't released during the government shutdown, making it hard to determine if inflation in the U.S. is trending down. Still, investors like the news, sending the markets higher today. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar ended the day up at 72.60. West Texas Intermediate up to 56.07. Western Canadian Select up as well to 42.66. And the TSX moved up 190 points to end the day at 31,440. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
The worst thing that can happen for us is our staff gets sick and we can't provide the stories to our viewers and listeners.
Well, coming up, we say goodbye to a very special member of our Bell Media Ottawa team. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Patricia. After mild, dry conditions these last couple of days, temperatures are going to start to drop, and we will be getting more wet weather on the way. So 10 to 20 millimeters for tomorrow. Daytime high 7 degrees, and look, temperatures are going to start dropping. Saturday, -4 the daytime high. Snow could be on the way for Sunday, which is the first official day of winter. Now here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. It's 2 degrees out right now, and we are showcasing the Peace Tower, Elgin Street, and Wellington, dazzling with holiday lights for the season.
Tomorrow on CTV Your Morning Ottawa, we are checking out this week's new movies with Mr. Hollywood, including the brand new Avatar film. Wake up the right way with Your Morning Ottawa. It all starts at 6 a.m.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Here's a recap of the top stories we are following right now.
We don't believe there's anyone else involved in this, but we still have to continue collecting evidence.
A murder investigation in Eastern Ontario where the daughter is accused of killing her mother. The victim, a highly respected professor who once taught at Carleton University.
The impact of today's agreement will be felt far beyond the Ring of Fire, speeding up approvals for roads, highways, bridges.
Prime Minister Mark Carney and Ontario Premier Doug Ford signing a deal today aimed at speeding up the construction of major projects in the province.
Things are expensive. Yeah. You know, things are probably overpriced.
With Christmas just days away, shoppers are feeling the pressure at the mall, rising prices for gifts and for all of those holiday traditions. Many say they are cutting back, changing how they shop, and making tough choices this season. Well, the weather is looking a little tough into tomorrow. A lot of rain and a big temperature change as well.
Yes, I had to do a double take actually, because while conditions right now are about 2 degrees, it's actually going to be warming up. And waking up, it's going to be 8 degrees. And I was like, no, that has to be -8. No, we're actually going to start off pretty warm, but the wind is going to be pretty gusty, up to 50 kilometers per hour. And we are anticipating 10 to 20 millimeters. That's going to be about our daytime high. Then things are going to drop. By the afternoon, we could see about 1 degree. So it will be dropping very quickly. So keep an eye out on those roads. 15 to 20 millimeters of rain. This will transition into flurries. And then we are going to be averaging about -4 for the rest of the week for our daytime highs. First day of winter, though, on Sunday. Chance of snow. We could see that expecting to return here in the capital. So we're not going to miss that snow too quickly.
Feels like we've been in it for 6 months, but okay. First day of winter coming up. All right, well, a little company here. Every night when you out there watch this newscast, you see, of course, the anchors, the reporters on air. But behind the scenes is a team of people working to make it all happen. And leading our team here at Bell Media Ottawa is Peter Angione, our Director of News Information and Programming.
Every day he works to make our television, radio, and digital news coverage better. And tonight we are saying goodbye as he gets ready to move to Toronto. So we wanted to say thank you.
Every story that you have seen, listened to, or read online, Peter made it all happen. Here are a few highlights.
Breaking news story at this hour.
Like many drawn to the TV news business, Peter Angione started his career on air, telling stories.
In Stryfield, Peter Angione.
But soon learned that his biggest talent lay in his vision, putting the pieces into play, creating and producing what viewers would see from behind the scenes.
Patricia, we're going
to take it back to you.
Angione knows how to make TV appealing.
Here's what you'll need to bring when you...
Challenging reporters to speak to their audience with common, concise language.
It's a big savings for...
in a way that resonates. Knowing what the next big thing
Double your money
or person might be.
I saw something different.
If you saw it on local Ottawa TV over the last 2 decades, he likely had a hand in it.
You are husband and wife.
So many memorable morning show moments, and then helping you end your day.
He's pretty good at that.
From 2014 on, Angione has molded the flagship CTV News Ottawa 6 p.m. newscast. As the role of reporters and camera people evolve,
I could do something spectacular like a cannonball.
Ushering in the age of the multi-skilled journalist.
A lot of people right now on our homepage.
And expanding the digital news component, now becoming the backbone of any newsroom.
This is great, our first big breakfast.
Most recently guiding radio coverage too. Over the years, some particularly proud moments.
They're joined by members of the Afghan National...
Creating a rare opportunity for a local reporter in Afghanistan.
We are back in the flood zone.
Putting us live in the water for flood coverage. Behind the scenes for CHEO telethons, he took interest in every detail on set, making sure the annual fundraiser on CTV Ottawa would have maximum impact. Another 3 confirmed cases. Perhaps his biggest challenge.
The worst thing that can happen for us is our staff gets sick and we can't provide the stories to our viewers and listeners.
Guiding a newsroom through the COVID pandemic.
Technology.
While many more watched from home, his team keeping tabs on an ever-evolving health emergency.
Everything was destroyed.
A hand in coverage of every tragedy and catastrophe.
I'm supposed to be getting the e-transfer, not giving away one for 1,000.
Consumer crisis and feel-good moment.
The community is rallying around to support everyone.
Peter Angione has seen CTV Ottawa's local newsroom through it all, and now that experience here in the capital will take him to Canada's biggest city. And fittingly, we wish the very best to the man who put together incredible teams over the years, bolstered by team-building moments with a little CTV Christmas cheer. And Peter Angione is joining us here on set, the Christmas cheer, because like Matt Scooby, you love those the Christmas sweaters and outfits, and got into all of those team moments.
Thank you all for playing along with me, having fun, because that's really a big part of what we do here. You are an amazing team to work with. And today is my final day as Director of News and Information Programming here at CTV Ottawa. After more than 2 decades in this newsroom, leaving this team and this city, it's not easy. This has been my home, my second place where I've raised my kids, both of my daughters. They're now at university. It's truly been an honor to serve this community. The incredible staff here at CTV Ottawa, your dedication, passion, and support have meant the world to me. To all of the community events we've covered, and I've been fortunate enough to attend and meet some amazing people along the way, thank you for everything you do for our city. And to you, our viewers, thank you. It's your trust, your feedback, and yes, even your constructive criticism that help shape our daily newscasts and push us to be better each and every day. As I leave, I know you're in good hands. Joanne Wu, my colleague and friend through all my years here in Ottawa, will lead this team to new heights. I'll be moving to Toronto in the new year, where I'll be leading the team at CTV Toronto and CP24, Toronto's all-news station. It's an exciting new chapter for me. But for this team in Ottawa and for this city, I truly believe the best is yet to come. And while I'll be leaving Ottawa, I'll always be cheering you on and this team as we move forward. Thank you, Ottawa.
Beautifully said, beautifully done. We had a little celebration this afternoon, and so many people stood up and said, Peter gave me my first opportunity, hired me, saw what I could bring to this team, and some of those team members are here today too. But the other thing that both you mentioned and others mentioned was that nothing was impossible, that you always found a way to make it happen and had that vision for this team, and that's something I hope we're able to carry on in your absence.
I know you guys are going to carry on, and I hope you'll have in your head some of the crazy ideas that I come up with on a daily basis. Having creative people around me, having very smart people around me, that's the key to success. And Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Jackie. John Ruddle, our executive producer, Ziada Callender, our operations manager. These people are the unsung heroes who really put in the work each and every day. And this photo I am bringing with me to Toronto to hang on my wall of our second home. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
A little bit of Ottawa in Toronto. We love that. And you are going to do wonderful things in Toronto. It's going to be an incredible opportunity for you and incredible for them. John, did you want to say something? I see you have a microphone in your hand.
Peter, thanks for noticing.
They never give us the microphone.
Peter, this is your home always. You know, you have a home in Ottawa. You have a home with this team. We are so grateful for your vision and your leadership over the years, and we can't wait for what's next for you in your career.
Absolutely. We love you so much, and we really appreciate all the mentorship that you've provided us all these years, and we'll continue this legacy for years to come.
That's all I can ask for. Thank you, guys.
All the very best. You're going to rock it.
Thank
you for everything.
Thank you.